At 8 o'clock, we are following breaking news out of Suffolk. Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday morning. I'm Katie Collette. Aisha Tolliver is going to be joining me in just a moment. She's currently on the phone with the Suffolk Mayor's office as well as the police department. We do know 5 people were shot in a mass shooting in Suffolk this morning. Police do confirm 2 of the victims are dead. Our Raven Payne is at the scene at North Division and East Washington Streets. So Raven, what do we know so far? And I know we've been making calls all morning to try to get more information from either police or even the mayor's office. Have you heard anything new?
Unfortunately, Katie, I have not. I just had tried to call again the Suffolk Police Department, but they have not been picking up my calls this morning so far. It is worth mentioning that I just saw about a minute ago a very emotional embrace between 2 men near where I am right now. Now, it's not clear if they were family or friends of any of the victims of this mass shooting, but it is again worth mentioning that I did see that. We also have the initial call from the shooting. Take a listen.
Charles 105.
We have active, what sounds like automatic gunfire coming from the area of East Washington Street, possibly towards Holiday Street. More than 30 shots.
10-4, advise on traffic.
Now, this was seen earlier here along with over 90 evidence markers in the street. Suffolk police say last night at 11:25 they received a call about a shooting on East Washington Street. After arriving, officers found multiple people shot. One man was pronounced dead on scene. Another man was taken to the hospital where he died from his injuries. 3 other people were taken to the hospital where they're being treated. Again, as I mentioned, I've been trying to reach out and get connected with Suffolk police to ask about those 3 people, their current condition, but I haven't heard back yet. Authorities also towed away a green F-150 truck with multiple bullet holes all over the vehicle on both the driver and passenger side. And again, 5 people were shot, 2 men are dead. 3 others are in the hospital currently being treated. I'll now hand it over to our Nick Broadway, who's also on scene here with me. Nick, I heard you were talking to some people here. What were they saying?
A lot of the people who live nearby did not want to appear on camera just out of fear, but they did speak with me about what they heard, what they saw. One man who we spoke to, who lives across the street from where the shooting happened, told me it sounded like a war zone. He has no idea exactly how many gunshots went off. He estimated several dozen went off. He said it sounded like military. He described it as a war zone. And then a woman who lives nearby on the other side of where all this happened, she said that her and her family were scared. They ducked and covered. She said it felt like her heart was escaping from her body. She lost count of how many gunshots she heard as well. And again, many just frightened, not, they're frightened by what happened, understandably, just due to the amount of gunshots that went off. We can still see some of the evidence of that here in this parking lot. This truck right here, we can see a bullet hole right here, chipping off some of the paint of this tractor trailer. On the front end of this truck, still a few bullet holes in the driver's side door, appearing to have shattered the driver's side window of this truck door. A lot of that glass still scattered all over the ground. There's still blood near the shattered glass on the ground. We talked to a lot of people just walking by, and pretty much everybody we spoke with, most of them did hear about what happened. It's the talk of the town right now. And one of them had a message for whoever's might be responsible for this. Let's listen.
They need to put them guns down and go to church, We are bound to start killing everybody.
And our newsroom is diligently still working to get in touch with community leaders here in Suffolk, as we told you earlier, and we are, of course, still going to work to try to talk with more people who live nearby about what they've seen and heard. So stick with us as we continue to follow this here on Wavy News 10. Live in Suffolk, Nick Broadway, 10 on your side.